Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, man, where have you been? Make sure to subscribe and join the family. We welcome you in. Anyways, what if I told you that you could get better at mixing by not even mixing and just listening? Let's get into it. All right, so obviously that was a little, clickbaity, but I mean it. I always tell people learning to mix is 50% mixing, 50% listening. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean listening to other music, other mixes, right? You kind of have to study the greats and even the not greats, right? Even listening to bad mixes, you can learn from it, but you need to listen to other mixes and study it, not actually take notes. If that's how you learn, you can, but you don't have to actually write things down, but listen, and you will pick up on things and learn things, and then you'll incorporate them into your music. Now, I don't necessarily mean you're going to just be copying things that you hear, but whether you want to or not, your brain is going to take note of all of the things you hear and kind of categorize, I like that, I don't like that, I like that, but I would do it differently, right? All of these little things you're going to be taking note of, and it's going to come out in your mixes. So one of the first things you can get from listening to other mixes is you can learn effects and effect tricks, right? Like, I remember I always liked the reverse reverb effect, which is instead of the tail swelling down, it's almost like a riser before the vocal. I remember when I was just a recording artist, I didn't mix that, telling the engineer, do that swell thing. I don't remember how I said it, but it's a reverse reverb, but I didn't know at the time. But I incorporate that into my mixes a lot now because I like it and I learned it from listening to other music. Things like that, or a reverb, throw, a delay throw, right? Those are just some common ones, but there's a lot of really unique and interesting things out there that people are doing, like a stutter, that you can learn from listening to other mixes. Also, you can see what's possible, right? When you listen to a really good commercial mix, you can hear how loud can we get it? How bright can we go? How clean can we go? How dirty can we go, right? It just shows you the scope of what's possible. You'll also discover your own taste, whether it's for, listening and genre, but more specifically with mixing. Maybe you learn, I really like pristine mixes, or I really like rough, dirty mixes, right? And then you can incorporate that and add your style to it. And that's how you get your own flair. You'll also find reference tracks, right? When you find songs that you like the mix of to study and learn from, you can also save them and use them as reference tracks. When you're mixing, you can throw them up in your DAW and, use them as a reference track. Something more hands-on that you could do is you can use these songs that you're studying and you can kind of deduct what's different from your mixes to their mixes, almost kind of see where you're lacking, and that will be the biggest information you could get. That's the greatest instructor is okay, my mixes lack in bass or clarity in the upper mids, whatever it may be. If you hear the difference between what you consider to be a good mix and your mixes, you'll know the difference, and then you know what to work on or what your weak spot is, or it could even tell you a flaw with your listening environment, right? But this is a really great way to learn, and it's going to give you information that no one else can give you. I can't even give you that. This is specific to you, and it's going to be for your journey, and the only way to get it is by doing that. Additionally, you're going to learn genre standards, right? You'll learn how loud should the clap be in a hip-hop song? How should the bass be mixed in a reggae song or whatever, right? By listening to different genres in these quote-unquote good mixes within these genres, you're going to learn what to expect from the genres. And of course, you could break the rules. I always advocate for breaking the rules, but you need to know them before you can break them. So there you have it, guys. Yes, you have to practice, you have to get hands-on, and you have to actually mix, but outside of that and watching, hopefully, my tutorials, and other tutorials as well, but, through that learning, you also will learn by listening to music. So even if you're just, in the car listening to music as you would anyways, put that mixing hat on and listen through a critical ear sometimes. I kind of can't even take that off. I listen to music all the time, and I'm listening to the mix, to the production, to the rapping, because I do it all. So I'm always it takes me 8 listens to a song until I can just actually listen to it. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. Make sure to comment, subscribe, share, name your firstborn child after me. It really helps with the algorithm, and I do appreciate it. Anyways, I'm Inswain with Inswain Audio. Peace.